It's National Women's Health Month, a reminder for women to make their health a priority. Dr. Reena Mehta joins us with some tips, some reminders, and we know that the last year, Doctor, people have put, especially women, have put a lot of things off, making sure that their families are taken care of, changing schedules for themselves and everybody else around. But now's the time to put yourself back at the forefront, correct?
Exactly. I can understand completely. As a woman, a physician, a mother, and a wife, this has been a year where it's been sort of impossible to prioritize myself, and I know other women can relate, but there's no time like the present. It's really important to think about yourself and listen to your body. And, there's certain recommendations of preventative health screening. And sometimes if we can catch medical issues early, we can be preventative before major problems happen.
Exactly. And so what are some of, I know there's a long list of medical things you can get looked at or get done, but what are kind of some of the top, maybe three that women should, if they especially have not looked into it in the last year or so, get an appointment immediately to get screened for?
Yeah, so being National Women's Health Week, this is the perfect reminder of what you can do, at least the top few things that you can do to get your health back in check. So number one, mammogram. So it is recommended to get a yearly mammogram if you are age 40 or older. Now, if you have a family history of breast cancer and things like that, it may be recommended earlier, but age 40 and older yearly for mammograms. Cervical cancer screening should begin at about age 21, and it is recommended to get a pap smear every 3 years. Number three, colonoscopy. So it is recommended to get a colonoscopy at age 50 and older every 10 years. So that's another important thing to keep in mind. And then bone density. So if you are somebody who is at risk for osteoporosis, it's recommended to get a bone density scan starting at age 50.
And so those are kind of the big things that you should look into getting handled. But what are some of the smaller things that women may not even consider or think about that it might be a good...
So vaccines, if you haven't received your COVID vaccine, again, this is the great time to go get that. Other vaccines that are important to think about. So getting your flu shot yearly. The Pneumovax or pneumonia vaccine, that should be given to people that are age 65 and older. And the shingles vaccine should be given at age 50 and older. So if you're not up to date on your vaccines, it's important to talk to your primary care doctor to get your yearly physical to get up to date with those things.
And then
other things to
I was going to say, and those aren't even that's kind of still in the medical realm, but not as big as maybe some of those other screenings that take a little more time to get handled. What about some of the day-to-day changes you can make, again, just to refocus on your health as a woman?
So mental health, I can't stress how important it should be to make that a priority. You want to feel good on the inside and on the outside in order to be able to do all the things you want to do and be that caretaker and, manage all of your tasks. But if your mental health isn't intact, it's going to be very difficult to do that. So, making sure that you manage your stress appropriately, finding time to do the things that you enjoy, whether that's exercising, going for a walk, getting good sleep, spending time with your friends and family. Do what makes you happy, because if you're not happy, it's hard to make other people happy.
And mental health affects the other parts of your health. So just kind of a really good time. We've run out of time now. We have like less than 30 seconds left, but just kind of, again, taking this time as women to refocus. I know last year was a year of complete chaos, but to kind of reorganize things in our brain and especially prioritize our health. And you gave us some great tips and reminders on how to start putting that list together, even in our heads before we start making those appointments. As always, Dr. Mehta, we appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.